we all have teachers. We can relate on this. We should talk about how they don't get paid well. It's not a secret at this point.
It's really not. We all have teachers and we know how underappreciated they are and how underpaid they are. And considering that both Issa and I have teachers as parents.
Yeah, both of our moms.
Both of our moms are teachers.
Very drastic age difference as well. Like, her mom, Sophie's mom, teaches 5th grade. My mom teaches kindergarten.
But either way, the salary is... We understand the circumstances in which the teachers are put under. We understand the stress that they come home with.
Yeah.
We get to see that on a different level that most students don't, since we live with teachers at home and we know how work affects them.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to... This really does vary on the grade that the person teaches, but the amount of stress you go home with is a lot. Especially for my mom.
My mom too. It's especially since both our moms are teachers, we understand the stress that they come home with, and like you said before, it really depends on the grade level and the subject that they're teaching, the amount of stress.
Yeah, definitely. And also depending on the type of school they go to, because they could go to a really bad school. We don't know that. Well, before, like, I knew Sophie, my mom had been teaching at a bad school, but now she's happy and she's at a good school, so, you know, no shade.
No. My mom is really happy at her school, too. She, again, it's a lot better than the school she was at before. But
similar instances between us, I guess you could say.
Similar. And it all depends on really the subject and the grade they're teaching, but the thing is, no matter what subject they're teaching, no matter if it's an AP class or an honors class or regulars class, they're all getting paid the same.
Yeah, that's the part that confuses me.
So, like, you have these AP teachers and these honors teachers or these special education teachers that they're teaching.
Especially special education.
Special education. So even these special ed teachers, they're put with these stress, and the AP teachers and the honors teacher, but the thing is, they're paid the same amount as regular teachers that teach
just regular subjects.
Regular subjects like the core classes, even the electives, they all get paid more or less the same depending on how long they've been in the system.
See, my mom, she taught in Miami-Dade County for, if I had to give an estimate, I would believe it's about 15 years or more. But it's crazy because her salary was around $45,000. And I don't know if I'm giving an estimate of like what a basic starting teacher gets, and I believe it's $45,000 because of what my mom has told me. But the fact that almost all teachers get paid around that, and they're literally raising the future generation, baffles me. Honestly.
They have such a monumental task at hand, and the fact that they're being paid so little is just
crazy.
It's crazy. And not many people think about that, because I know even we take teachers for granted sometimes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll stay after school with us, and especially since we go to Miami Art Studio, the teachers there are very dedicated
to our magnets.
Especially. And they're willing to go the extra mile to help us, and they're not getting paid extra for this. They're getting paid the same amount as any core teacher.
Yeah, it's not like they get like a bonus for staying after school. That's solely their doing. That's just them if they want to be nice. If our teachers wanted to, like core or our magnet teachers, if they wanted to, they could just leave.
They could just leave us alone in the class and be like, figure it out, and just put like a PowerPoint on the board or something.
But they don't.
They go the extra mile, and they're very kind with us, and they don't get paid extra for that, which is crazy.
That's what I find insane. Like, especially when it comes to like they stay after school. Like that's like a community service if you think about it.
It is a community service, and teachers don't get recognized for it.
Yeah, like back to what I was trying to say about the raising the future generation. What your teacher says to your child or a student could literally flip their life in like a full 180. If you really think about it.
It's true. I mean, I know there are people out there who have based their entire lives off of one comment from a teacher, because they're the authority there, and they're the ones who know best in most cases when it comes to subject and your skill in that subject.
Exactly. I haven't experienced this personally, but I've had friends that in the past have had teachers before they came into maths that they had a bad experience with a teacher where a teacher would tell them something horrible like, you're gonna fail if you do this. Like, for example, it's crazy because a lot of them are like, they don't think they're as good in a subject or a skill because that teacher said that. So this was today's episode about teacher appreciation. I'm Asa.
And I'm Sophie.
Signing out. Peace.
Peace out, mic drop.